Welcome everybody. Welcome back to Casados podcast. Now in stereo.
Yes, guys.
It's been a while.
Yeah, as you could tell, we're back. And we're here. More back and back.
More back than espalda. As you guys can see, we have a special guest today. Tenemos a un... ¿Cómo se dice? Se me fue, Robert.
¿De qué? ¿A un especial invitado?
Un invitado especial, baby.
Oh,
Yo podré speak Spanish.
Para que usted se cuadre, ¿ok?
Les prometo que afirmativamente mi español de vez en cuando... Yeah.
He's tired.
He's very sleepy, guys. This is the seventh time we recorded this. He doesn't get it right. You know what happens when you don't get it right. Just kidding, guys. That's he's like, look at the cuties. But anywho, we're here to present the one,
our
the only
baby Leo.
Give it up for Leo. Well, technically, Leonardo Clemente
Nevares Ruiz.
Para que usted se cuadre.
But yeah, guys, we are back. As you could tell, we've been gone for so long. Ya saben que, pues, desde la última vez que hicimos un video, I was pregnant. Last time we filmed, I was pregnant. And now I am back with our little baby boy. He is going to be 4 months at the end of this month. He's technically 3, but he's going to be 4. And he is precious. He's so
thriving.
Good. He's a really good baby boy.
He's the best. I love my baby boy.
Yeah, right now we're in a little stage where he's starting to sleep, I guess, a little more than usual. But it was at first he was like not like he was moving
sleep regression was a real thing.
Yeah, like it was bad. And then right now, just like 2 days ago, he started sleeping more. And sleeping during the day more too. So that's pretty good. Because I go back to work Monday. So you're seeing this when are they seeing this, babe?
Whenever they want. It's YouTube. You're in the toilet, aren't you? You dirty person. Estás en el baño. Cochino. Lávate las manos. No, I mean, I'm shooting for the weekend.
Okay, so we're recording today, which is Thursday. Hopefully this is up by Saturday. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping. So that way you guys can see it by Saturday. I go back Monday. Back to work. Of course, I work from home, so I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm blessed because of that, and I get to still be with the baby. But yeah, we are happy that we're here. And of course, also...
It's been a journey.
It's been a crazy journey. So where do we start, baby?
In the beginning. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Our guest seems to be sleepy. So... Well, obviously from the beginning. So last time you guys saw us, pues está embarazada la Xochi. Ya tenía, pues, ¿qué tenías? Ya casi, ¿verdad? Para los 9 meses ya los tenías at least.
Yeah, I was already at the end.
Now, could we have gone back in time, done a little research when we uploaded the last one? Yeah, but nah. Es lo que es.
I should pull it up.
Oh, but, anywho, as you guys know, around that time, she was already pretty much, she was in the 3rd trimester, that's for sure.
Yes, I was already in the 3rd trimester. I was thriving. I was excited to have Mr. Leo. So yeah, exactly 4 months ago. It says last video, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
And since then, so I want to give you guys a little how everything went down because it was crazy.
You guys ever seen Alien, the movie? Yeah. No, just kidding. What are you wishing?
What's it called? So I was supposed to be induced on May 26th. I was waiting and waiting and waiting for a call back. Bless you. Did you call for a sneeze? I don't know.
Okay.
And I wasn't called or notified of when to go into the hospital to get induced. So I ended up going to my OB. The appointment we would have never had, according to her, but we went overdue. So she ends up taking the time to look for other hospitals because I was supposed to give birth in Phoenix. Ended up giving birth in Scottsdale at one of their hospitals there. And that was the day I went in on the 29th. At night, they called me, told me they had a room. I go in at night, the 29th. They're preparing me, pretty much, booking me in and everything. They start inducing me as soon as pretty much I go in. And the very next day, which is the 30th.
Yes, 30th.
The 30th. So I was pretty much in labor for 43 hours. Yes.
Him too. He was in labor too, technically. He was there.
Yes. For 43 hours and ended up giving birth, having a cesarean, a C-section.
Not to be confused with a Sicilian. Bella cosa.
So I had a C-section on the 31st of May at 5:45, I believe, or 5:40 p.m.
With 37 seconds.
And Mr. Leo was born.
Yay!
Everything was good. Todo iba bien. I did feel nauseous during they had me open and everything. Gave me medication. That went good. I don't know. It was like I was saying, Eduardo, he wasn't in the room with us because it was a whole thing. Since we didn't know when I was going to have him, how, the whole process was so long. He was still working. My mom was there with me, so she ended up being in the room. We had called him to come right away because I was already gonna be having a C-section. But we still had the plan that my mom was gonna be there with me in the room.
Yes.
Que ella va a estar ahí conmigo. So
let's just say I can't handle
babe,
blood.
Can you tell a little bit of how you felt? Like once you got to the hospital, knowing that I was already in the room.
Oh, I was so nervous. Like I felt so like. Part of me felt like, oh no, I'm gonna miss it. But then either way, I was like, no, either way, she kind of didn't want me there. And then
it's not that I didn't want you there. I just wanted. I prefer my mom. Like if my mom was working stuff, of course I wanted you there. But like to me,
since she was
like,
there, first I felt a little bad because I'm like, man, I'm not. But then I'm like, whoa, she's with her mom, and I'm not a doctor. What am I gonna do? You know what I mean? And I'm like, got the umbilical cord. Like, capaz, I'm shaky. I might have, sorry. But I was pretty nervous after that, though. I was just very anxious because I'm like, oh, what's happening? Like,
yeah.
Like, I was just in the room, literally, like, I wasn't even on TikTok. I was just sitting there like, oh, no.
And they told me once he arrived, the nurse, because my mom had already changed to be there. And then I was like, no, it's fine. My mom could be here. So they began. Leo was born. I feel like that took I feel like that was really quick. I feel like they took longer closing me up than anything. Yeah, because remember you had told me, okay, they said they're gonna do a C-section. They're about to get a room, and I'm like, should I just head out already? And you're like, no, it's still gonna be a while, like, because I still had to take out the dogs. I'm like, take your time, do whatever.
Yeah, because we're like, oh, okay, cool. And which I took out the dogs. I got really like ready fast, and I got there. But yeah, like literally, they're like, "Oh, she's already kind of in." Like, let me see. And that's when probably asked you, and they're like, "No, it's fine." I'm like, "No, it's fine."
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "Oh, all right." So now I'm like, it's gonna be some time. Like, I was like, again, just kind of anxious. Like, oh my god, like praying, like everything's gonna be good. And then literally, guys, like a blink of an eye, I felt like, oh, the baby's born. I got a message from my suegra, and then I got a picture of him.
Yeah.
And he was the precious baby in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I would say like I was telling Eduardo the other time when everything went down, like. I remember just hearing him cry. My mom says that actually they took a while, that he wasn't crying for a little bit. So they did like the whole, they give him a little bit of oxygen and stuff. But I heard him cry, so I was like relieved.
But at the
same time, I was out of it. Like I was telling Eduardo, I was like, I wasn't fully there. Like, I felt like I saw him. They were cutting his umbilical cord. They were cleaning him. And I saw him, and I was like, that's mine. But I still couldn't, like, really process everything right there and then. Until, like, they took me to the recovering room, and they put him on me because they wanted me to start, like, breastfeeding him. And that's when I was like, oh my God, like, I have him in my arms. Like, this is my baby. Like, that's crazy. And that's when, like, I feel like everything just, like, actually processed. And he was a healthy baby since day one. And then there was a little situation when it came to, like, having to pick me up. Not pick me up, but, like, help me up after the C-section. Right, babe?
Well, yeah, so basically you're already in the room, like the baby was in there, like, yeah, and they're like, we need you to, to walk a little bit. It was just going to be to, like, oh, no. Yeah. It was to walk, and it was just going to be a few steps, they said, and then back to the bed. Because you weren't even, bless you, Bubba. Bless you.
Bless you.
Okay. And then, so they're like, just a few steps, get back. Because they're like, any pain? You're like, no. Because you really, like you said, you weren't really in pain. It was just more like soreness. Obviously, she was still under that good drugs. But, she was like, I'm okay. Like, we had been talking. Like, it was, like, we're like, okay.
I was fine.
It just, obviously, they cut her open and pulled the baby out. So we're like, well, yeah.
And mind you, they did say I had lost more blood than usual. They never mentioned about blood transfusion or anything. Before all of this, my doctor, primary care doctor, had already said, you are going to be needing blood transfusion if you do end up getting pregnant. Because this was before even me getting pregnant or anything. Because of your gastric bypass, your body doesn't absorb as much and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, cool. But I really never went through with seeing a hematologist and all that. So anyway, back to the me getting up and
yeah, so it was funny. Well, not funny, it was scary, but funny now. But like, she gets up and there's two nurses, so like one on her side, one on the other, and I'm like on the other side of the room with like the babies on the basket, so I just kind of have them. And she like gets up, and then
because they are asking me this whole time, yeah, like, are you okay? Do you feel okay? Can you stand? So they're like, sit up first.
Because yeah, you sat on the bed first at the edge. Yeah.
And they're like, how do you feel?
With your
like,
legs thinking.
I'm like, I'm good. Yeah. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Like, let's try.
And then like I'm still kind of like, I wasn't dizzy though. No dizziness. I didn't feel like I was gonna throw up. Nothing. I did feel a little weak, but I was like, it's probably normal, So then they're like, can you stand up? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I could try. She goes, okay. Little by little, stand up. And after that,
she got up, she stood up, and then she was just like looking straight forward. And the nurses were looking at her and they're like, ma'am, are you okay? You good? And then I could see her color just white, like Casper white. Like her credit score went up to 800 white. And her lips were like white. And then she just went straight back. But the good thing is she landed on the bed. Like she like almost half sat, and then her back and her legs were still just dangling, and the nurses were like, oh my god, and they were like, ma'am, and they were like, are you okay? And she was just like, and then the other nurse, she was honestly, I feel like she was some type of like Russian or Ukrainian lady. That one, huh? Like, remember her? Because she was not a American white. She was one of them Eastern European whites. You know what I mean? So she was like, looked like she was like, it's okay, babushka. Literally, and she like grabbed a little thing of alcohol and she was just like, ma'am, and like,
yeah.
And then that's when you're like, you said you literally woke up to her because she was almost on top of her. Like,
I literally woke up, opened my eyes, and the nurse was
that's what he
on
thinks.
top of me, like with the alcohol. And I woke up, and then after that day, everybody that came in my room that were nurses or doctors,
the new nurses,
they all knew about me passing out.
They would all just be like, yeah, so how are you feeling today, ma'am? Like, oh, good. Have you had, to eat today? Yeah, I had this. Okay. Any pain? No. Okay, cool. And I see here, you have a history of falling. And we're like, no. We're like, yes, but no. And
or like one of them said like everybody knew about me, like,
yeah, I think there was like, yeah, everybody knows, because they're like, oh, does everybody? They're like, yeah.
And then like every time they would see me walking, they always had kind of like they were keeping an eye, like making sure I was okay.
I feel like they have bets like she gonna fall again. Put the money in the pot. Put the money in the pot.
But yeah, like after that, like everything was good after that. Like I ended up like being okay after that. How you're scratching me?
Oh, by the way, this guy, yeah, big scratchy. Y eso que le cortaron las uñas. Shout out a su tío Raimundo. Thank you.
But yeah, and oh yeah,
Él también manda saludos.
Mad. He gets very, very, very mad. So yeah, and then pretty much after that, we pretty much got discharged, went home, and
the real fun started.
And after that was my relapse.
Do you guys want to know?
Back to the hospital. Dun, dun,
Dun, dun. Stay tuned for the next episode and we'll tell you what happened. Leave a comment below if you think you know what happened. Was it Venezuela? Was it the Frisbees? We'll never know. You'll know next week.
Yes, so stay tuned, guys.
Hey, cliffhanger. Hey, thank you everybody for coming. Hey, I know we're gonna say bye. Y se despide Eduardo, Leonardo y Xochitl. Casados. Bye, everybody. Bye. Woo.